Kirasha. Welcome, Starseeds, Krystalline, Diamond Children, Indigos, Light Workers, and Light Warriors. I am Akasha Azurite. Welcome to my channel. We're going to do a transmission for today. We're going to activate new Utopia Earth systems, quantum realities. I'm Akasha Azurite. If you're just tuning in, I speak multiple languages, star languages. I am a translator for angelic languages, vibrational, universal, all different universes, multi-universes as far as different harmonic universes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's higher harmonic universes than that. I can tune into different universal structures, and I also am a translator for different guardian councils, Stargate guardian councils, and also interdimensional, metadimensional, and ultradimensional beings too as well. Frequencies, ultradimensional is going to be more frequencies. I am of a feline humanoid race, the Emerald Order. There's different indigo races councils that are here with us today, but also will be working with you every transmission that you do, or any work that you do with me. There will be different indigo guardian races that will be working with us. Different indigo races, angelic humans, and also different guardian races. So the Emerald Order, Amethyst Order, and Gold Ray Orders are going to be assisting us, and those are the councils that I work with. This is a multidimensional experiment. So as far as multidimensional experience, we are a spiritual being. I say experiment because I do know I actually do tune into different councils that we are restoring a blueprint and restoring a multidimensional seeding experience at this time. It is an experience where we are returning to multidimensional realities, mastering our realities at this time. So I'm going to be activating the new Utopia, New Earth systems. And this is a new reality, so I'm going to help and assist you in quantum jumping onto new realities through quantum light technologies. The quantum light is photonic light technologies and light rainbow spectrums and different currents and rays and frequencies and colors and tones and vibrations. The light technology is held within the physical body, and you will be anchoring in more light to dissolve the ego programming and releasing from the matrix system. So this I speak multiple languages. I speak to you in the frequency of the earth language because I have to, and it's by choice. The majority of the time I'm speaking in my star language, galactic language, cosmic language. There's so many universal languages. There's different vibrational frequencies that we use as far as frequencies to explain to you what it is that I am, if you want to say speaking and translating. I am able to translate multiple star councils. I am communicating with Syrian Arcturians at this time, but the Emerald Order is the feline humanoid races. They're white race, and that is the planetary structure, universal, harmonic universe of where I come from. I come from the future, from the 3000s. I've had full integration embodiments, and one of the ascension processes, as far as going back to our multidimensional self, we are here to, lots of us have come in here and incarnated here. Some are considered walk-ins too as well. They do consider them walk-ins, but I feel like it's more of their multidimensional angelics from different time cycles. I have my different viewpoints as far as there are walk-ins, and then there's ones that have started the embodiment of their multidimensional selves, multidimensionally from different time cycles and different times and spaces, and able to integrate in full embodiments as they move up through the ascension scales, I call it. the Ascension templates. There's 15 templates, 12 Krystalline templates that you can move to as well, and then there's also higher templates. But you do want to focus on the 12 Krystalline DNA strands, which each strand has a template that is set in Krystalline Diamond Sign Light Technologies. There is higher strands, if you want to say, but we'll start with the 12 Krystalline DNA strands, so you can research that. I come from the future and I've had full embodiment integrations, removing the veils of amnesia. Removing the veils from amnesia is going to be the imprisoned trap of the third dimensional first harmonic universe. They are internal mazes, and I do work on removing them for others. I do believe that we have to truly remove them within ourselves after layer, but I am gifted as far as bringing in the light technologies that are needed to remove the different maze structures. And this is just recently that I'm able to help and assist my soul family, which is the human species, different groups that are here. Starseeds, indigos, crystalline diamond children, there's rainbow light workers, all different types of spiritual beings that are here on a human experience that are in we call it, some people call it the internal prison, which is the first harmonic universe, which is the matrix. It's the mind prison, and there's mind prison mazes too as well. So I have the gift, if you want to say, as far as the assistance now, and the technology that was given to me by one of my higher selves, my oversoul, to transmit through my mark of a vehicle to help you remove these mazes. You do have to learn how to recognize the mazes, and they're mazes, and they're in the internal structure of the physical vessel in itself. The vessel is just a vessel, and then you move up in different dimensions, elementals, and I guess you could say higher states of consciousness, which are different other dimensions all the way up, and then outwards in the multidimensional fields. So the structures are in the etherics, some are in the manifestation templates, and some of them are in the physical body in itself. So I'm able to help and assist in dissolving it. The ego is a virus in itself. The fear program is a virus here on this planet. It's kind of like overwriting your database and software and hard drives. You can start to deactivate and dismantle them too as well. There's different artificial intelligence too as well that you can deactivate and dismantle once you become more aware of it. The structures are going to be definitely in the maze, which I call in the brain. There's different seals, tags, and implants that you can learn how to tune into and to remove yourself. I will be doing always complete removals. Anytime you listen to any of my transmissions, my system in itself, which is the super quantum computer system, already transmits the light technologies to deactivate and dismantle. These different types of technologies, which are going to be, I guess they call them NA technologies, but I'm going to say inner matrix technologies. And the inner matrix is going to start in the first harmonic universe. So we'll just look in lower chakras. Going back to the ego, I'm going to communicate about the ego. The ego is a radio station that tunes in on your right side of your brain. If you pay attention, you realize that the radio station is on the right side of your brain. It comes in on the radio broadcast, and there's other radio stations there too that you want to be aware of to learn how to counteract. And if you actually can receive the frequency, you'll realize that everything a lot of the interferences will be received on the right side of the brain. The ego is like the radio station, so you want to learn how to counteract radio station. First, you have to know what an ego is. It's not what you think it is. It's a radio station. Sometimes it's a database in itself, a reminder. Sometimes it's just a reminder of everything for caution. When I do say caution, I'm saying it will remind you over and over if something did happen previously. It's like a database reminder of, oh, don't do this, or like, for example, if the stove is hot. If you touch the stove at one point, you burnt your hand. Well, the ego is going to remind you, if you touch the stove, it's going to burn your hand. Okay, it's a database. It's like a backed up hard drive, if you want to say. Will remind you over and over again. It's a radio station frequency, pretty much a caution. So you have to learn what it is first and to tune into it. It's not always going to be what you perceive as far as the ego goes. I think that's all false programming anyways, from the inner matrix, which the inner matrix is, to me, there's different levels of the matrix. So it'd be like the physical matrix, physical 3D matrix, and then there's other matrices. The ego in itself, you want to learn how to override it and kind of communicate to it and say, okay, it's going to be okay. You have to kind of talk to it like a streaming database. You can learn how to override it with light technology. All of you produce photonic light, different light technologies, and I call them technologies because it's what it is. Light codes, light frequencies, star codes, cosmic codes, source codes. Each one of you individually holds a frequency of light, some more than others, and some of us vibrate higher. Majority of I'm going to say the indigo, starseeds, and different races that have incarnated here vibrate higher. And you do vibrate higher, and your frequencies are a lot higher, and that's what we came in here for. And 2 is to anchor in and to hold the template, to help in transition the human species and other species and other interdimensional species within this matrix to a higher dimensional frequency bandwidth, in higher frequency or system. Okay. So I'm going to do a transmission for today, and this is going to be an activation for the Utopia New Earth systems. You will have to energetically activate this within inside of you. So you have to understand that everything is birthed within you and everything is constructed within you first. Once you realize this is through different life technologies, also in the consciousness, the programming consciousness of your morphogenetic field. I will be transmitting these codes to your physical vessel. It is a physical vessel, and it's internally within you to activate and transmit and to materialize into physical form the new Utopia, New Earth systems. This will be birthed through your heart center and other parts of your morphogenetic field. And you can learn how to consciously create your realities. I'm going to activate your soul body matrix, your oversoul matrix, and also your avatar matrix. I'm using 3 crystals. Welcome to my Utopia New Earth experience. This is me crossing over the bridge. I'm in North Carolina. And it is way more than that, but this is the birthing of the within. And this is where I am now. If you could see, can't see the forests, but if you pay attention to, I post all my New Earth experiences all the time. And this is me crossing over completely on my starship to the higher frequency bandwidth, Earth. And this is for your activation of the Utopia New Earth systems, and I'm going to be taking you on a journey and helping you cross over as a bridge. This is the Indara that is going to assist us in the Utopia New Earth systems. It was just taking us a while to construct the name of our new Earth, right? It communicates and talks to me. It is a beautiful gift that was given to me by Lisa Transcendence Brown. So if she ever watches this video, we have finally constructed our new Earth. It's Utopia. The name is Utopia. We're going to be a world leader. Me and Mandara. I'm a world leader for quantum consciousness and multidimensional realities. Also for Utopia New Earth systems. So everything that we do for my channel and also the Starseed EvolutionUnited.net website, which is our sacred temple. Everything that I do will go to the constructions and rebuilding for Utopia New Earth systems. This is for conscious projects, and I do communicate and talk about it all the time. So everything I do is going to be built in different communities, and we're going to be doing a community here in North Carolina. So we will be able to buy property and land according to my universal soul, which is the universal, it's the big one in the house, I call it upstairs, which is it's in my Merkaba vehicle, will be helping and assisting us create and materialize into physical form Utopia New Earth system communities. So I'm very excited. We should be able to develop this. When we say develop, consciously create internally, and then create it externally and materialize it into physical form with my world creator self. I have a world creator that works on other planetary structures that teaches me how to materialize into physical form realities here in order for us to help and assist it's pretty much the consciousness of this system in itself, planetary system, universal structure. That's fine. So within a year and a half, 2 years, we should be able to buy our first property with everything that we do, and to start the construction of our communities that we want to build. And it's going to be for the newer systems of Utopia. So I'm very excited. And so is my Andarians, my crystal family. So I have an Azurite piece, which is the stone of heaven. This is my Azurite, Akasha raw Azurite, is my frequency name for the quantum conscious world leader, for Christ consciousness, and for Starseeds, and different crystalline children. And this is meteorite stone. This is tektite. Oh, wait, you can see it. We're going to bring in all the frequencies of this beautiful place. We're going to bring in the universal structure, planetary structures, triadic structures. I'm going to be working with my family. Just because you can't see them, my family is in a higher frequency band with Earth, and they're in a higher dimension. And there are different feline humanoids, blue beings too, a beautiful blue silver ray beings, and they're probably about 12 to 10 feet tall. They're huge. They look like avatars from the movie. Feline humanoids, and those are my family, and they'll be working with you too. The amnesia that we're lifting, as far as I'm going to help and assist you, will be different mazes that I'm going to help and assist in, and put the transmitting activation to help dissolve them within you. The recognizing them is going to be any fear. When you start to see them dissolve, start recognizing any fear programming. Fear programming and stress, anything that is stressful and fear and lower frequency energetics is going to be your imprisonment, and I call it the internal prison mazes. So I'm going to help and dissolve them, but if you come across another one, it could be very mazy, if you want to say. I just remember and recognize it. If you actually can recognize, when you start to recognize them, you can learn how to dissolve them and deactivate and dismantle them. Sometimes you actually see them in a geometric structure, and they can have a frequency to them. So you can learn how to deactivate them. You can work with my guardians, my higher self, or work with your higher selves. I highly recommend that you use your start working with your oversoul matrix, or the avatar self, which is the God self, and to start working with your higher self to learn how to remove these different structures that are in the physical morphogenetic field and in your frequency bandwidth. In the physical body. Yeah. It's in the vessel itself, into the third dimensional vessel. So those of you, welcome. You have been on this journey with me for a few years, and this is the beginning process of my new earth experience. So I'm going to activate you with my Indara. Activation of the Stone of Heaven. And the Christos Sophia frequency through your heart center, penetrating activation of Christ consciousness. The Christos Sophia. So I'm going to shift to my Syrian Arcturian self. Multidimensional, my Syrian Arcturian. Now I'm going to switch to my Lyran, multidimensional higher self. My Lyran ambassador. That's the role that I'll be taking here, is my ambassador Lyran role. And this is the template, one of the major templates I will be setting here and creating the sacred temples of Lyra. And I will definitely have a temple here in North Carolina, because that's where I'm guided to, and also Hawaii, and I believe the Philippines. I'll be working also in templates in Egypt soon. By 2023, I'll be living in Egypt and doing temples there for Lyra to restore that blueprint. We're going to do activations for the triple helix, triple diamond sun grid system, and we're activating this in North Carolina. So this is triple diamond sun DNA. Activation of the new Utopia Earth systems, internally set. My multidimensional seraphim, high angelic, the seraphim, multidimensional. Kia kasava koshana deriventi kasana kata. Kanavana koshan deriventi kasanti. Ayana derivana kasana kono kashantina kasapa kanira kashan deriventi kasana derivano katina kata. Kino kasapa kashana kona deriventi kasantina. Kono koshan derivana katakati. Akara derivano katana kati. Yana kasapa koshana. Kiana kasaya ko shankadina kateripenti ko sina kateripenti kasakasha katakati. Kiano kasana deriventi akara. Kiana kosifum dina kateripenti kasanti. Going to switch to my Aurora Council, Elemental, Multidimensional Self, and also my Dragons. So part of the Utopia newer systems is the new Dragon systems. So we're going to bring this in and activate this internally within you, and also my Dragons, I'm activating them to work the ley lines for the new system, and to design and structure the new master realities of the new Utopia Earth system, and they're actually helping and assisting me in finding the frequencies of the ley lines, energetic frequencies of the ley lines, different blueprints here for building structures. Everything is built within and through the quantum fields, and then you can materialize it into physical form. Ayono dari pendigo sentino koshondra gana kono fontina. Kina kasena dari bango koshonda kadina kati. Kesa fokoshino kateri vindiga senina kashada yakati. Kesa fokosha dari vindiga fokono dari vindiga senina dari vindiga santi. Kesa fokono kasa fokono dari vindiga fokosha dari vindiga senina kashada kata kata. Dari fokosha dari vindiga sidi fokosha dari vindiga kia akasha dari vindiga kana kata kata. Kesa fokoshanti. Kiti fokono kasa na kateri vindiga santi. Shana kana kiti koshina. Keshefoyana, Siakashanti, Akashanti, Akayana, Terapinti, Kuyana, Terapinti, Kuna, Terapinti, Akashakana, Tidigo, Tidikitzervania, Kashanti, Kasavokoshakanti, Akono, Terapinti, Akana, Terapinti, Nakata, Kono, Sefokoshan, Terapinti, Sefokono, Terapinaka, Terapinti, Katarakatarvana, Kisavakasha, Terapinti, Kasavakasha, Sefokati, Shana, Terapinti, Kasavokosha, Terapinti, Kasavakan, Terapinti, Savakashan, Tekapakashan, Gati, Savakati, Kasavokosha, Terapinti, Kasavakon, Terapinti, Savakashan, Kata. Lots of love. I hope you enjoyed the transmission.